Alright everyone, welcome back. The Cup of Heaven. Pregnant with immeasurable magical energy, it gives rise to an otherworld worthy of its name.
あれがアンリマユ。この世すべての悪っていうのは伊達じゃないってことね。
Ren makes a light remark as she walks towards the altar. She's worried about Shiro and Ryder, but her situation is much better. The magical energy filling the Greater Grail isn't in a dimension that humans can do anything about. It's an effectively inexhaustible vortex of magical energy. An inexhaustible resource that mages from around the world gather here to use. A human can never use it all up in their lifetime, and even if there was a limit to it, it's still correct to call it inexhaustible.
不可能はないか。確かにあれはあらゆる願いを可能にする聖杯だ。
She can feel her resolve starting to break under the premonition of death numbing her limbs and the overwhelming disparity in combat strength. But Rin keeps walking, distracting herself with lighthearted quips. At the moment, she's on her guard against Zoken, Mato, and Assassin. To Rin, Sakura Mato is an opponent she needs to be cautious of. She doesn't feel any threat from Sakura, who's lost sight of herself. In the end, Sakura is Zoken's puppet. Her greatest foe is Zoken, no doubt. Any face-off with Sakura will come once the rest of this affair is settled.
おかしい。これじゃあ祭壇についちゃうんだけど、私。
Zoken would have allowed an intruder to come this far. He would have attacked her well before she got this close. But he's nowhere to be seen and Rin is almost at the altar. She thinks. She considers why Zoken has stopped her, and the fact that she hasn't sensed him or Assassin at all. Rin takes her observations and makes a deduction. She wants to deny it, but her mind goes easily to that conclusion. No, she has no choice but to accept it. Because...
嬉しいわ、姉さん。逃げずに来てくれたんですね。
Her deduction is now an unmistakable fact. She looks up. On top of the high cliff in front of a black sun, Sakura Mato welcomes her sister. Rin takes a slight step back, overwhelmed by Sakura's sheer gravity. Her transformation is more than anything Rin expected. Angara Mainyu is a servant with no definite form. It's nothing more than a shadow incarnated by human wishes, modeled after human fantasies. Thus, its power is granted to the host and master who will give birth to it. At this very moment, Sakura Mato is Angara Mainyu. She now serves the function of taking the curse of all the evil in the world, giving it direction and spilling it into the world.
参った。綺麗がいたら神の代行者とか言うんだろうな。
Looking up at Sakura, who has become an endless magical energy, Rin unseals the jeweled sword. But is this something she can even fight? Weapons which support magecraft and mystic codes which support rituals are broadly divided into two categories. The first type are amplifying functions. These are backup fuel sources that amplify or replenish a mage's energy or enhance their magecraft. Excuse me. They are treated as orthodox support mystic codes, and any mage owns at least one. Rin's jewels fall into this category. The second type are limited functions. Special magical implements where the weapon is a magecraft itself. They are powered by a mage's magical energy and enact a predefined mystic. Their greatest advantage is that a user can execute magecraft that they personally can't perform, as long as they have magical energy. Limited functions may not be versatile and restricted to a single purpose, but they have accordingly powerful effects. For example, a spear which always pierces the heart, a bridle which can control a divine beast, or a dagger that cancels out all the magical effects. Most noble phantasms are classified as limited functions. And which type does Rin's jewel sword fall into? Is it an amplifying function which grants its user magical energy, or a limited function which defeats the enemy with a unique ability? Still, no matter what it is, she doesn't feel like it will work against Sakura. There's an overwhelming disparity in power. Sakura could probably blow away any magecraft without even trying.
どうしました姉さん。そんなに怯えて。今さら臆病風に吹かれた。 なんて言わないでくださいね。言うじゃない。そういうあんたこそいつもそばにいる保護者はどうしたのよ。弱虫なんだからすぐ近くにいてもらわないと困るんじゃない？
The air freezes. The lukewarm vitality that fills the cave becomes tinged with dark bloodlust. The dark girl bites her lips slightly in size.
おじい様ならもういません。邪魔でしたからアサシンと一緒に潰したんです。
She giggles and smiles elegantly. She didn't even need to ask. Sakura killed Zoken. Of course he wouldn't show up. In the very end, the old mage was eaten by his own pet dog.
なるほど。完全に自由になったわけね。良くも悪くもゾウケンは今まであんたを縛っていた支配者だった。その抑圧を自分の手で始末してもう怖いものはないってわけ。いいえ、それがまだなんですよ、姉さん。おじい様を消したくらいじゃダメなんです。こんなに強くなって何だってできるようになったの。もう姉さんなんて取るに足りない存在なのに、姉さん私の中から消えてくれない。姉さん私の中で今も懲りずに私をいじめ続けている。だからあなたがいる限り私は自由になんてなれません。
Her voice is light and sing-song, yet heavy and sticky. The contradiction proves that she's insane. In fact, the bloodlust filling the cavern is madness tinged with arrogance and awe.
その割にはご機嫌じゃない。ゾウケンを殺してアサシンも殺して、その分じゃキレイもあんたに殺されたと見るべきね。あれだけ嫌がってたのに大した手際だわ。人殺しにはもう慣れたの？ええ、だって人を潰すのも飲み込むのも変わらないもの。人間は遊んでいないと毎日がつまらなくて意味がないし、飲まないと乾いて苦しいでしょ。ほら、だから同じ。姉さんと変わらない。私は当たり前のようにみんながしていることをするだけです。ちょっと今のへりくつ本気で言ってる？へりくつなんかじゃありません。私は間違ってない。違ったのは強くなったからです。強くなったから今までとはあり方が変わってしまっただけ。私は強くなりました。強くなれば何をしても許されるんじゃないんですか？そう、強くなれば誰にも負けなければ今までのことだって許される。私が私じゃなくなれば今までしてきたことも全部当たり前の仕方のないことだって言えるはずです。
She screams in rage. It's the sobbing whine of a child who has nothing else to believe in. Sorry about that. Something got caught in my throat. Sucks.
わかりましたか、姉さん。私はそういうものになるんです。だから誰だって殺せます。そんなの私にとっては当たり前のことなんだから。そうで、目につくものなら片っ端から八つ当たりするわけか。けどシロはどうなの？あいつは今でもあんたを助けられると信じてる。それでも関係なくあんたはあいつをやっちゃう気？
The girl's face twitches. Rin's question was the last barrier. Her ecstasy begins to recede. Hearing that the boy is so near at hand, the girl manages to reel in her mind that she'd nearly let go of. Then she smiles gently.
それは先輩だって例外じゃないわ。私が殺してしまいたいのはあの人だけなんです、姉さん。 私先輩も飲み込んでしまいたい。
Okay, see, in a completely different context, that doesn't necessarily mean you want to kill him, it just means something else. But, moving on from that, we all know you really mean to hurt him. Sakura's answer is too late, in every sense of the word. Rin grips the jeweled sword, calculating the distance to the enemy above her.
何がアンリ前と差し違えるよ。バカな子だと思ってたけど、ここまでバカとは思わなかったわ。完全に取り込まれて、とっくに人間やめてたのね。
The hostility is plain in Rin's voice. As the administrator of these lands, she has identified her sister as evil.
強がりですね。素直になってください、姉さん。こんな強い力を見せられて、本当は羨ましがってるんでしょ。嫉妬してるんでしょ。だからわざわざ叶わないって知りながら私を殺しに来たんです。そう、この子を私から取り上げて、また自分だけで幸せになる気なんだ。
Oh. She's summoning them shadows. The shadow rises. It's a cluster of magical energy unlike any before. A power of absorption, rivaling a servant's noble phantasm. Not just one. More rear up, one after another.
渡さない。これは私の力です。姉さんにあげるものは後悔と絶望だけ。それをゆっくりと教えてあげます。
Four shadows tower over them. They reach for the girl below like a giant protector.
力の差を見せてあげますね。姉さん、今度は誰も助けに来ない。湖に落ちた虫みたいに、この私に溺れなさい。
A shadow giant approaches. Rin Tosaka is swallowed by a massive power that can't be dodged or blocked. Two dark figures clash. One of them is Ryder, who dashes at supersonic speed, unleashing a dizzying flurry of attacks from the ground, the air, front and back, left and right. The way her long hair trails behind her as she streaks back and forth resembles a shooting star. And yet, the shooting star is all too feeble. Ryder's target is the swordswoman. Saber takes a firm, assured stance and intercepts Ryder's assault with overwhelming force. It fails to budge her at all. Ryder leaps and strikes from unexpected and wild angles, but Saber just needs to turn and bat her daggers aside. Her riposts steadily break Ryder down. Her firmness and fierceness are like that of a black sun, the giant star that burns any who approach it. Even if it can fly through the air, a shooting star that could blink out at any second could never overcome a sun. Yeah, this fight looks tough. I'll say, the fact that Ryder's holding her own, impressive. Another Ryder's ambushes fails and her strength is shaved away. She boasts superhuman speed and she's being forced back by Saber's counterattacks. In the blink of an eye, she retreats and charges like a dark firework. But she's only barely evading mortal injury. The difference in strength is clear. Ryder's speed drops with each assault. High-speed movement and rapid attacks too fast for the eye to follow. Any of Saber's injuries are automatically healed. The conclusion seems foregone. It takes every last drop of Ryder's energy to suppress Saber. Ryder keeps attacking while Saber stops her with attacks of her own. Ryder knows that she and the boy she calls Master will be killed instantly if Saber goes on the offense. So she keeps running, knowing that she's going to burn out soon. Her strength is sapped with each passing second. Ryder said that she could hold out for 2 minutes. It's already been 10 since she passed that point. Her legs are starting to collapse from within under the extreme strain. She went 8 minutes further against Saber than she's supposed to. Damn. Meanwhile, Saber is completely unharmed. All of Ryder's attacks have failed to reach Saber while Saber remains firmly planted, showing no sign of fatigue. Skill, strength, magical energy. Saber has the overwhelming advantage in all three, so the instant Ryder loses her only edge, her speed, Saber will most likely move. Ryder's mobility steadily declines. It's only a matter of time before Saber catches her. She'll be forced to catch her breath after a few more seconds, probably once the next attack is repelled. Once Ryder loses her physical and magical strength and can't operate at full output anymore, Saber will cut her in two. But they predicted the situation. Before setting out for the cave, Ryder and the boy both knew that the battle would run this way. She knows that this is a losing tactic. There's only one way to avert her death. They wait for the opportunity with bated breath. Ryder attacks Saber. At the same time, I loosen the binding on my left arm, and I begin projecting. I'm fading away. I loosen the holy shroud around Archer's left arm. Search. I'm being blown away. The wind is powerful. I'm beginning to fail to understand anything I see, make me want to cry. Release my right hand. Put the shroud back on. I can't take this for even a second. I'll lose it. I'll lose what's precious to me. Search. Select. No, in this moment, every part of my body is dead. Ryder is fighting for her life. She isn't whining. I too need to do what I can. I can't fight. I can't lose focus for even a second. Ryder will decide the timing. I need to free my left arm in advance so I can be ready. Select. Analyze. But it hurts. It hurts. And I'm scared. Hurry. Hurry. Yeah. Right. Oh, damn. He forgot Kiritsugu. I disappear. I just lost something important. I can't remember what I lost. I just know that there was something I kept close and I'll never remember it again. Reserve, 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 reserve. Something rips. My right lung is torn from inside. Oh, that's not pretty. Still not yet. My mind won't last. Ryder's desperate too. We won't lose. Look directly at Ryder with your heart and soul. She left her life in your hands. Ryder has her battle to fight, and I'll fight my way. Ryder stops moving. She's on her knees in front of Saber. Maybe she's too weak to retreat. Saber's sword streaks through the air. Ryder's going to die. Oh, okay. This is tricky. This is tricky. I'm gonna save first. This is important. I'm not clashing with Saber. That's stupid. I'll trust her. I have to trust her and wait. How would rushing in to attack Saber help now? What could I possibly do with the projection I've been keeping at the ready? We already decided our battle plan. Ryder accepted it and recognized me as her temporary master, so I need to. Saber slices through empty air. Ryder's already retreated out of her range, as far as possible. She withdraws to the very edge of the cave. Saber doesn't give chase. Her legs are bound in Ryder's chains. That's why Ryder was kneeling. She persistently attacked Saber's upper body but used her last move to chain her legs and drive the daggers into the ground, restricting her mobility. Magical energy surges through Saber's whole body. Rather than lightning, she easily destroys the chain. But it's too late. It was only a 2-second delay, but that was more than enough time for Ryder to wind up. 50 meters separate them. Seeing the distance between them, Saber instantly divines Ryder's intent. She only has one way to counter it. She'll answer Rider's ultimate attack with her own. Oh boy. Dark Excalibur. There's a torrent of dark light. The wind coils and Saber's sword glows red hot. The comet will likely attack in 1 second. She deploys her strongest noble phantasm to cleave through Rider's pure white light.
Saber!
Rider shifts her posture. The summoning circle is complete. A giant red eyeball appears in front of her.
Kuruka. Rider!
Saber shifts her blade sideways. Starlight coalesces and rotates, achieving criticality. The black sun grasps that flare in both hands.
Berure!
Rider chants its true name. She is instantly enveloped in white.
Ekusen!
Oh boy. Saber unveils its true name. Her sword blazes into black fire. Two rays of light flood the chamber, struggling for dominance. Time stops for an instant. Shiro Emi accelerates his inner world, disguising a moment as eternity.
トレースオン
Search, select, analyze, project. That is my role. This is my second projection. Magecraft which erodes my body, but I can't defeat Saber without it. Rider can overcome Saber's noble phantasm, not even with Bellerophon. We both know that. So I'll help her win. If Rider's noble phantasm lacks destructive power, I just need to make up for it.
I am the bone of my sword.
I've decided what I'll use. I complete the projection in an instant. I'll make Rider win using the greatest defense Archer knows.
No, yes!
Ooh, yeah. I intone its true name and turn it into reality. I thrust out my left arm and it shakes. The nerves, muscles, and blood vessels in it are going haywire. It feels like it could snap at any second. I desperately stabilized it with my right hand. Endure it. I can't stop the projection yet. The two pillars of light are still pushing against each other. If I lose Aya's protection here, Rider will be vaporized. Oh my god. That has to be a bitch to hold on to. You're trying to whittle away Saber's attack while you're allowing for Bellerophon to take over. Woo. My failing left arm and left shoulder fire bullets into my body. Uncontrollable magical energy rips around inside my body. Like someone going wild with a rubber eraser, scrubbing Shiro Emiya's insides blank. I howl. I scream to drive off the pain and terror of losing myself. Raw magical power clashes. It completely upsets the rivalry between the two powers. More petals scatter in the black light, flooding the cavern in blinding radiance. The servants are sent flying apart. Rider slams into a wall unprotected with the same speed as her charge. Saber is blown away by Bellerophon's light and falls to the ground on her back. They're both still alive. Rider's down, unable to stand. She might be out of magical energy. Meanwhile, Saber is on the verge of defeat, but she still has strength to spare. You just barely edged Saber out into the battle of noble phantasms. Oh. I run. I run without even knowing what I'm supposed to do. As I run, I unsheath the Azoth blade.
Saber.
I rush to her. I rush to Saber and lean over her helpless body.
シロ
Did she hit her head? Saber gazes up at me absently. I wonder what I look like in her eyes. I straddle her, raise the dagger, and look down at Saber. Saber's regeneration is nothing to trifle with. She'll recover soon unless I finish her off. Unless I kill Saber, who's wounded and can't even stand up to fight. She'll kill us. My faded mind feels terribly clear. Is she conscious again? Saber's cold eyes stare up at her death. Oh, no. Oh, I hate this so much. I'm sorry, Saber. I don't hesitate. I stare into Saber's eyes and answer her gaze by bringing my heavy arms down. She doesn't resist. I end her life with a precise strike. Oh, don't show me this. Don't. Oh. I had memories with her. Even now, I felt the warmth of life from her. Her warmth was always right next to me, and I can never forget it. I kill her, along with those memories. I gouge out my memories and throw them into a place I can't reach. They'll never come back. I'll never remember her again. I'll never be forgiven for this. I chose this path. I killed others to save Sakura. I killed a girl close to me who protected me until the very end with my own hands. I'm not allowed to regret or repent. This is what it means to choose to be someone's ally. To protect my ego. To protect the one I love. I'm going to keep robbing others of their precious things. Beyond that, I'll never find anything brilliant enough to make up for what was lost.
でもセイバー
For the rest of my life, I'll keep searching for happiness that can make up for what was lost. I can already see that my debts will keep piling up until one day I can no longer move. Yet, pathetic, absurd, and worthless though it may be, I'll take responsibility for what I stole. I don't know where to find happiness. Still, I swear never to give up, even if there's no end to my
あ
quest.
りがとうお前に何度も助けられた
My dagger stops meeting resistance. The black swordsman silently stares up at me as she sinks into the black shadow. And you never see Saber again. A black wave surges. It encircles her with both arms so as to not let its tiny prey escape, and the wave comes crashing down. But the golden flash of light does not permit its existence. 6 down already. The black body curses keep seething towards Rit, and she cuts each of them down with a single stroke. Sakura, the Shadow's master, is shocked. Her astonishment is reasonable. Each of the black giants can rival a servant noble phantasm. Even a single one should be an inescapable avatar of death to Rit. And she's destroyed 6. On top of that, she advanced steadily up the slope as she disintegrates each one. She erases the 7th shadow with a flick of the blade.
そんなはず満員しちゃって任務たちしつこいけべえつばいへんだ
The jeweled sword releases light. The previously colorless blade now dazzles with the colors of the rainbow, supplying it with the extraordinary magical energy from its core.
It's left fly 配列あるべ
And illuminates the cavern in light and gold.